episode of Two Average Husbands. I'm your host, Jake.
And I'm your host, Kyle. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here. I don't have nearly as exciting of news as Dane did for Jake last week, unfortunately.
So I'm not going to get to be the best man 2 weeks in a row.
That's true. I am already married. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
This mustache, though, the news is in. It's amazing. Thank you.
It's much better than mine. I told Dane, like, before Dane asked me, I was like, I just need to know, because he sent out his save the dates for his wedding, and I was like, just need to know, do I have to grow a mustache? Because I need a head start.
Yeah, the answer is
And so this is what I've been growing. It's been over a week now. Not great, Bob. So
I'm going to shave this and then regrow it for the month of Dane's wedding, and it'll be fine.
Well, we don't need it for the wedding. We need it for my conversations with him. We need it for the bachelor party and the rehearsal dinner, and then we're shaving after the rehearsal dinner prior to the wedding. So
Okay.
but yeah, I bought a derma roller to see if it helps. So you guys will get to follow me on my derma rolling journey to see if I can grow facial hair for the first time in my fucking life.
That's funny. I wish you the best of luck, my friend.
Thanks, because I clearly need it. This is a week. This is what I got. It looks better in person than it does on camera, but it still doesn't look great in person.
Oh, well, you know.
Be that
So
way
be it.
sometimes.
Do be that way sometimes.
What are you drinking this week, Kyle?
You know, I'm actually not that... Sorry, you stole my line, and it's fine. I was dragging there. That's my bad.
You know what?
I'm rusty, okay? It's been a
You
week.
missed a week, so I had to take over the duty. So now it's in my brain.
To be honest, I'm actually really nervous about this one because I just have a feeling it could be really, really bad. And I'm hoping that my anticipation is just going to, like, completely flip when it's actually good. But I'm having something from Energy City Brewing, and it is a smoothie beer. Bistro Smoothie Mango Pineapple Banana.
You've watched me drink that exact beer.
And I thought
they're
you had a different flavor, but...
I've definitely had that one. I might actually even have that one in my fridge here. But they're local to us. They're from Batavia. They're 20
This
minutes.
is actually from Wanaki, Wisconsin.
Well, they're
So you're wrong.
No, because the brewery's definitely in Batavia, Illinois. I've been there repeatedly because used to. I think they started during COVID.
It's a hard pour.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a little thick.
Fresh. It doesn't say hard pour on here.
Well, do it anyway.
Bad. You're dumb if it is, and they don't fucking put it on the package. Oh yeah, this definitely needs to be hard poured. This is THICC.
I wasn't kidding when I said thick.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. Anyway, I'm nervous about this because thick and beer doesn't really jive to me.
I love their beers. Sorry, I'm trying to check my fridge and see if
It was starting to overflow, so I had to take a drink, and I'm not sure how I feel. We'll figure this out.
I don't think I have it. Okay, anyways.
God, that's interesting. Sorry, go ahead. What are you drinking?
They're good. I like their beers. I am going to go with the House Blend Coffee Milk Stout from Googman House Brewing Company. This is a brewery out of Indianapolis, and it's my wife's boss's best friend's brewery.
Love coffee and love milk stouts. So.
Exactly. So we've already had a sour from there, and it was pretty good. So I'm hoping this lives up to expectations.
I've gotten really experimental with my sours. I really have. It shocks Carly every time I do it, but I've been picking up a lot of them. I've been drinking quite a few, and I'm coming around. I don't love them for the most part, but I think they're fine. They're drinkable and able to be reviewed on the podcast.
They're worth trying.
Yeah, I would say that is true.
I'm going to make a quick recommendation before you hop into your fun fact and the first topic of the week. If you ever go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I don't care who you are, if you are listening to this podcast, go to Hopsided. It is a brewery in Milwaukee, clearly. It had one of, if not the best sour that I've ever had in my entire life. It was like an orange dreamsicle sour that tasted exactly like an orange dreamsicle.
Oh, I think you drank that on the pod.
Not on the pod, because I've never heard of the brewery before until we went and get it. I did have an orange dreamsicle one, but it was nowhere near as good as this was.
Okay.
Each of theirs, just like their stouts. Jess does not like stouts. And just like, they had this double chocolate birthday cake stout. Fuck me. It was so good. So I'm just going to tell everybody, if you go to Milwaukee, make sure you go there. We went to 4 breweries, and that one was by far the best. It wasn't like, we could have stayed there all day. I wish we stayed there all day.
I'm the type that prefers coffee to chocolate stouts. I don't need chocolate in my stout. I don't mind if the flavor's there, but It's not my preference. All right, fun fact of the week. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Nice and boring for you, but important for the gamer world. PlayStation is getting Discord. Fun fact, communications are going to get better between console and PC gamers. This is a step in the right direction to make cross-platform compatibility a real thing and not just a mythical creature that doesn't really work that well. So, unfortunately, what this does mean is if PC players like on Call of Duty, where there's proximity chat, are playing with their PlayStation counterparts, they no longer have to use open mic and they can now talk in a private Discord. So
That
you're going to
sucks
lose
for us.
proximity chat in certain games. But
It's
I
fine.
think overall, fun fact, awesome news for the community of gamers.
It just kind of blows my mind that it took this long. Like, that's all I can think about when I hear that.
And you know, they've had apps on consoles since what, the probably the 360, maybe
Yeah.
not.
PS3
They had a
had
web
them.
browser probably at least.
Yeah.
So like the app compatibility should have existed way back then. So yeah, we're two generations down the road in terms of consoles and finally getting the ability to have chat.
Do you know, is it
Outside of just
coming to PS4 and 5 or just PS5?
all I saw in the notification was 5. That doesn't mean it's not going to come to 5 or to 4. I mean, PlayStation, Discord 4 and 5. Let's see. That's probably enough keywords. This says 5. Yep, 5.
Perfect. I've been thinking about buying one. I don't need one, but I want one. So
There was a moment around Christmas time, maybe Black Friday timeframe, when I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy one. And then I was like, why would I ever do this? And I didn't, because I have no reason to do that.
I keep getting ads for them on Twitter for like bundles that come in stock on Amazon. So I'm like, I kind of want to do it.
Well, now that we've finally kind of gotten on the edge of the scalper regime, prices are going to come down and make it more available and things like that. So it's going to be a little bit better in terms of getting it, but I don't know. Anyway, do you want to go serious first or fun first?
Let's go right into serious.
Serious
Fucking send
topic time. Holy shit, if you haven't seen the news, you are way out of the loop. The Russians drove a plane into an American plane off the coast of Ukraine and caused it to crash, which is fucking insane. So, if you don't pay attention to international politics, this is a massive rift right now. This is quite literally the craziest fucking thing I've seen in quite a long time in terms of international news. Maybe short of the actual invasion of Ukraine from the Russians. This is absolutely nuts. We have certain people from the government that are like saying in sources that they ran into us, and then there's Russian sources that are saying we didn't run into them, that's stupid. And then there's, you know, all sorts of back and forth between the different like governments of who's at fault, what happened, what really happened, what didn't happen. To make a long story short, in my opinion, I don't care what Russia says, this was deliberate and it was unmanned. Yes, that is correct, Uncle Kyle. No Americans were hurt in this specific incident, but I don't believe any Russian propaganda for a second. This is like fucking nuts for international politics. And not only that, but I just saw an article right before the podcast came on that the Russians are actively going to pick up the remnants of this. So not only did they cause it to crash, and however that occurred, it doesn't really matter what the methodology was. They caused an American plane to crash, and then they are now going to go pick that up. And who knows what they will do with that, whether they end up giving it back to the Americans or not. But whatever they do with it in between actually handing it over to the Americans or not is the scary part of that conversation, I guess. So what are your thoughts? Did you know about this? Have you been seeing this pop up in the news? And I want your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I saw it pop up. I didn't pay too much mind to it, just because when I first saw it, it was just like a tweet. Didn't really have much context to go with it, so I didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
Have since looked up a little bit more about it. Obviously, it's insane. I think it's obviously a very different scenario than us shooting down the weather balloon, quote unquote.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
but
different. Yeah.
I think the fact that it went down, whether it was on purpose by Russia or not, they're trying to get it back. They're trying to get it. They're trying to take it. So clearly they have some other interest in mind with it. I know they said it crashed in the Black Sea.
It did.
I know the government has said we don't have any boats there right now to like go retrieve it. But
Yeah.
basically that like it'll be 4,000 feet deep. So like it's kind of not. I'm almost taking it as the military saying like it's not worth retrieving. But clearly I think it is.
Wait, who said that? Sorry, I was looking at something.
No, they haven't officially said it, but they basically just said like any recovery operation would be very difficult because
Yeah.
it's going to sink like 4,000 feet.
Yeah, and I think, to be honest with you, I think that's probably less to do with the depth of the wreckage than it is like just proximity of people that can go pick it up, right? Like,
Yeah.
and
We don't
you're
have
talking
ships
about going next to an actually active war zone right now to try to do this recovery. So there's like, again, there's a ton of political implications with this as well, and like, I guarantee there's going to be a conversation somewhere behind the curtain of everybody's eyes where they're like, yeah, you're going to pick this shit up and give it back to us. And like, these are the things that, like there's going to be some discourse about this in terms of how this actually settles in the long run. But I don't think it's anything to do with like, the United States saying like, this isn't worth it for us. It's just like, there are some significant challenges that would have to come for them to actually go be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
It's
so
different if it drops like right off the coast of the United States, right? Like we'd go get it right away, but this is like,
It's in the Black Sea.
it's
like
a totally different ballgame.
Yeah. This report is basically this is a report from U.S. officials that they do think it was just bad piloting, per one U.S. official. Basically, they think the pilot meant to come up in front of the drone so it could fly into the fuel cloud, but it pulled up too soon and clipped the drone's propeller. And they're calling it just bad piloting. It says Russian intercepts of aircraft over the Black Sea are common. However,
Yes.
this one is noteworthy because of how unsafe and unprofessional and reckless it was, which I think is all a very fair statement. And I think it's like, as Russia, like I could understand why you would want to do it, but I don't understand going out of your way to continue to pull negative press to yourself. Like all you're doing is making more enemies.
Yeah. And
Like it just seems like a ploy for a little bit of technology that they probably already have idea
think-
of what it is.
I think the implications of this from a Russian standpoint are more political in nature because, say it was on purpose, hypothetically, right? They go out there, they do this on purpose, which I think is probably true. But they go out there and they do it on purpose. But then because of the situation for whatever it is, they can get away with saying this wasn't us, or say it was like, hey, this was a total accident. This is just bad piloting, right? Like
Right.
our bad, right? Either way, they are sending a message behind the scenes of like, get your shit out of here or we're going to fuck with you, right? Like we're not going to allow you to fly unmanned aircraft next to our what they are saying is their territory, right? In this case, it's Crimea. And so it's not insignificant politically, whether you take into account the wreckage of this or whatever. Like there is messages being sent by doing this in terms of like, we are willing to fuck with your airplanes. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah, it
from that
sounds like
perspective, it's crazy.
it sounds like Russia has a history of being a little reckless in international airspace. That's what I'm basically.
Yeah, it's not
Getting out.
uncommon, right? Like intercepts of American planes are not uncommon. And I think there are many reports of unprofessional intercepts, which is not also terribly uncommon. But the fact that you are like willing to be so unprofessional that you remove an airplane from the sky is like it's
Yeah.
even if it was a bad pilot, which I also don't believe, man. I don't think you become a fighter pilot and you're like that incompetent that you would run into a thing in the sky that you already knew was there. Like it's one thing if you like run into something and you didn't know it was there, right? Like which that kind of shit has happened. Like there's midair collisions, that kind of shit happens, right? But the fact that you look at this thing, you know it's there, and then you're just that shitty of a pilot that I don't believe it personally. I don't
As
find
Uncle
that
Kyle
possible.
said in the chat, it's pushing the envelope. It's seeing what they can get away with. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Fix
there's
your
a
shit,
little bit of
Russia.
that too. It's this blew my fucking mind. This is crazy to me. Like this is an escalation.
Yeah.
And it's comparable in some ways to the balloon conversation, right? Like, but you have to think about it as if like, say that balloon was in international airspace and then we went and shot it down, right? Like that is the comparison potentially here, where it's like it would be very hard for the United States to justify having gone into somebody else's or international airspace and shooting something down, which is in this case what happened. It happened in international airspace, right? Like it's not like the drone was in Russian territory.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. I am interested in this type of thing, so this is like something I can go on about for quite a long time, and I think most people in this, in our audience, I have to get in our Discord, by the way. I saw people are actually talking in there, so, yeah, I think it's worth talking about, but I also don't want to bore people to death talking about it. So if people have questions or want to talk about this, feel free to hit me up and I'll talk about it. But yeah, it's pretty crazy from an international standpoint.
Yeah, it's a little wild. Fix your shit, Russia. Hey, the one guy who listens to our podcast from Moscow, help us out. Help Russia fix their shit.
Tell your peeps to quit fucking with us.
But they gonna get it.
Yeah, that's all I've got though. Unless you have anything else to say about it.
Nah, fly your planes better, Russia. That's all I got.
Yeah.
All right, on to my first topic.
Let's do it.
I have to plan a bachelor party.
Kinda.
Why this is hard for me
Yeah.
is I didn't have my own bachelor party.
Yeah. Same.
I know you didn't have your own bachelor party.
I did not. Like kind of makeshift, but
So Kyle, what would your dream bachelor party be?
oh, that's a good question. I think that's I've literally never thought about this. Truly, I have never put any brain bites behind this whatsoever. And the second you asked that, I already like kind of pictured it in my head. And I think it could go one of two ways, because this is like heavy on my mind right now because I'm getting ready to go on vacation. And also I've been thinking about like some vacations that I want to take. So either one is fine with me. One would be, I don't want to do either in the United States. Neither of these is in the States. I don't want to go to like Vegas or do anything like that, fuck that shit. I want to either go to out of the country, go to somewhere with a beach and go scuba diving and party and just like dive during the day and then party at night.
Uncle Kyle says he wants The Hangover.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Which actually Jess and I we watched all three of them.
We just did recently too. Yeah, we just rewatched them all not that long ago. Maybe it was at the end of last year, I guess, but it was pretty recent. We rewatched this, but yeah, it would either be that I would go, just take the boys, just a couple of people, and unfortunately they would have to either get dive certified or just do some sketchy shit. I guess I don't know, because most of my friends probably aren't certified, but either way, I want to go dive so bad. It's been a long time for me, so that would be part of it probably, and then just rage in wherever the fuck we are, or I would go to somewhere in Europe.
Nice.
Because I want to go to Europe so fucking bad, and it's fresh in my mind right now.
You do want to go to Europe.
Very, very badly. Specifically, I think it'd be dope to go to fucking Ireland. That's like top of my list right now to go to. So go to Ireland and just drink Guinnesses at the Guinness fucking place in Ireland and have a great time. Those are my two options.
All right.
Not very detailed. I'm sorry.
I'm going to force you to get more detailed. Don't worry.
I will. Go ahead.
I think my ideal destination for it, honestly, where we're going for Dane's, like Tahoe, it's got to be up there, especially when we're going.
Yeah.
Even though we don't quite know what it's going to be yet, which reminds me, I need to text him to get a more locked in date, because I got.
Well, that's the funny thing, right? Is I know you as the best man have responsibilities in this, but he kind of planned it up by himself, so at least I guess some of the pressure's off.
He planned where we're going.
Yeah,
and he's taking care of getting our lodging for the time being.
Yeah.
But I got to do everything else. So yeah. You and I are gonna have to shoot the shit here at some point and go over the details.
We'll figure it out.
I can't do this alone. Jess is not. No offense, Jess. You are not helpful. Jess was like, "Why don't you guys drink, have fun?" I was like, "Thanks.
Yes,
appreciate it.
Checks. We'll do."
But yeah, so Lake Tahoe would definitely be up there. In my ideal world, I'm with a bunch of golfers, and we're all golfing. And in this ideal world, you are suddenly a really good golfer and enjoy the shit out of going golfing.
I don't hate golfing. I'm just really bad at it.
As does Dane. That's it. You guys are my only friends. But if we could go to, there's a resort in, I believe it's Tennessee, maybe North Carolina. One of the two. It's called Pinehurst. It's got nine soon to be 10 golf courses on property. So you can just stay there, and I would golf them all. I would take a week and hit every course. And I think that'd be pretty fucking sick.
I gotta interrupt really quick because Uncle Kyle just hit me with the Guinness is opening a brewery in Chicago, which means I'm gonna have to make a trip to Chicago sometime soon, which
Yeah.
I'm probably overdue for anyway. But because when was the last time I came out there? I was with you.
Was
When
that Riot Fest year?
Yeah,
It was
when was that?
2019, 2020, 2019, 18,
19,
2019.
something like that. So it's
Yeah.
been 4 or
So it
5
was
years since
pre-COVID.
I've
It
been
was
there. So
Obviously pre-COVID.
yeah, it
Um,
definitely wasn't 20. So yeah, probably 19 or 18. Either way, I gotta get back out there.
yeah.
See my pops, see the boys.
All right. So, with that being said, are there any things that you would absolutely not want at your bachelor party?
Golf.
Good to know. Perfect.
I don't want to fucking dude. That is not like I do enjoy golfing. I do, but I'm a terrible golfer, and it frustrates me. And that is not how I'd want to spend my bachelor party.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, for me, I'm so happy Dana and I were on the same page on this one. No strip clubs.
Yeah,
Just-
I don't need that.
No interest in it whatsoever. And
There's. I feel like if you get married, I don't know. I'm almost 30, so I feel like if I was 10 years younger and I had a friend getting married, and I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Like, fuck it, why not, right? But I also come from Iowa where the strip clubs are pretty shitty. So no offense, Iowan strippers. Sorry, don't mean to be offensive, but
I think they already know.
yeah. So that's never really been the only reason I ever went to a strip club when I was in college was because there was free beer at one in my in the town next to mine, and so I would pregame there for like a night out because
Hey, man.
you could pay a $5 cover and drink all you wanted for free. So we would do that quite a bit. But no, yeah, I don't need that in my life
Yeah, it's just
At
no
this-
interest to me.
at this
Like-
point in my life.
Even when I was younger, like when I was like 18, 19, 20, 21, like I just had no interest. It's just not the idea of a woman getting naked in front of me. Like it's cool, but
I've never
I-
paid for a lap dance ever in my
Yeah,
life.
I would be the least like favorite customer because I'd just go in there and I like order a cocktail and just hang
That's-
out,
that's what we
smoke a
do.
cigar. Like that's
Cheap beer.
I also would have like a very
Carly do be liking strip clubs.
Carly, you can go to the strip club all you want.
yeah.
This is your world. We're just living in it.
That's right.
I would also have like a no hard drugs rule. Like
What do you define as hard drugs?
if you want to like weed's cool, that's fine. If you want to get high, I don't care. Alcohol's cool. But like past that, like I'm not going to do it. I don't need people doing coke at my bachelor party. I don't want people like taking Molly. I think
Fuck,
those
I
are
don't think any of that would bother me. I don't think I would have drug rules. I
I-
probably wouldn't partake, obviously. But that doesn't mean that other people can't. Like, if you're at my bachelor party, I want you to have an amazing time.
If you're gonna do it, don't tell me. Because if you tell me you're doing it, I'm gonna be worried about it the whole time. I was at a weekend outing once, and there was a guy who just kept doing coke, and I was
Yeah.
like, I need you to stop doing like you are freaking me out by how much coke you're doing, and you won't shut the fuck up. Both of which I need you to stop because, yeah. So just don't tell me if you're gonna do it. But like I also would be like I wouldn't hate it if like one night we all took mushrooms. Like that'd be fun.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I have not partake in any hard drugs, but I have. I saw a guy on mushrooms one time absolutely lose his fucking gourd, and because of that, it's like a hard deterrent for me. And that is maybe the where I would draw the line. Be like, please don't do mushrooms at my bachelor party. I don't want to see anybody fucking lose it. Any
only
hallucinogenics.
Only microdose. That's all we do.
Yeah. No, I don't think that'd be a problem for me.
But yeah, I think that's really like it on my no goes. Like, I don't want.
No roofies. Yeah.
Yeah, please don't roofie me.
No roofies.
Don't spike marshmallows with Adderall and muscle relaxers.
Yeah, I know a guy who intentionally roofied himself one time to find out what it was like. Not sure how he got a hold of it, but I saw him take roofies and he collapsed like an hour or so later in the middle of a bar. No shit, just out fucking cold. So yeah, that's not something I'm trying to get involved in.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
It was wild because he told me he was going to do it. And then he was like, just kidding, I already did. It was like one of those
Oh,
moments. He's
God.
like, I think I'm gonna roofie myself. I'm like, no, that's a terrible idea. And he's like,
It's
I
like
already
too
did.
late.
Yeah,
Too
So,
late.
Yeah, it was crazy. I could tell the whole story sometime, but it was pretty
Oh,
fucking wild.
I've had friends like I've had to carry friends home from the bar, and like very clearly they ended up getting their drink spiked somehow.
I don't know that I've ever been with somebody that was like unintentionally, or I mean intentionally, but like unknowingly drugged.
Yeah, he definitely was. He like just was drinking, everything was cool, and then all of the sudden, I'm carrying my boy back to his apartment.
All of a sudden, is it all of a sudden or all of the sudden? You
All
tell
of
me.
the sudden.
I don't think you're right.
Anyways, okay, and then is there any like?
Sudden.
Is there any tropes of like bachelor parties that you think are overplayed?
I think it's more common for bachelorette parties to me, honestly. Did you ever? I grew up in a college town. When I finally started going to bars, the most overplayed fucking thing of every bachelorette party was the goddamn dum-dums that they would sell. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but
No.
these girls in the college town, they would put a bunch of fucking dum-dums on some sort of vessel, if you will. They were usually stuck into like one of those pieces of like foam.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a giant dum-dum thing, and they would sell them to like buy them drink. I don't know what the fuck. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's-
explain the point of this to me in the chat. I don't have a fucking clue.
That's probably what it is, because the new thing is like you set up a Venmo account, and it's like everybody posted on their stories on Instagram, and they're like buy the bride a drink, buy the
Don't fucking
groom a
do
drink.
that.
I'm gonna do it for Dane's party, for Dane's bachelor
Don't
party.
do that.
I'm gonna do it. It'll be funny.
I hate that. I feel like that's so fucking like. I don't know why that drives me so crazy. I guess I don't really have a good explanation other than the fact that it feels so beggy. I'm like, bro, if like you're a real homie and you know about this bachelor party, you should already be here. Suck for a buck. Yeah, there you go. Uncle Kyle gets it. Anyway, yeah, I think it's like the people that are gonna buy me theoretically, right? If I was gonna have a bachelor party, the people that I would expect to buy me drinks are the people that are already with me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need strangers to buy me drinks. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to buy me drinks. Like, I'm not trying to put that pressure on anybody. It's just kind of like one of those, hey, if you're at the bar and somebody finds out it's your bachelor party and they're like, hey, bro, let me buy you a drink. I'll be like, all right, man, cool, sweet, thanks. But I'm not going to like post a fucking GoFundMe on my Instagram and be like,
Hey,
give
man.
me money. I need a drink. You know, I'm not about that. I don't think.
I gotta pay for 2 plane flights out to Dane. So
You should just make it a month-long vacation.
I fucking wish I could.
Just come out for 30 days.
I mean, hey man,
You got a place to stay.
if I didn't have the dogs, I'd think about it.
I'm only an hour and a half from Tahoe.
Yeah, I got to figure that out too. If I'm flying to you and just meeting up with you and then going there, or if I'm flying with, because
Do whatever's cheaper, man.
Yeah,
Find out whether it be Reno or here or whatever. Find out what airport's cheaper and just fly in.
yeah. That's going to be how I do it. I just need to make sure I plan that out dates wise and everything. But yeah, I think I was
tipping for you. For me, Uncle, I'm assuming you're talking about.
probably.
He's probably referring to my old.
You're not going to tip somebody just because they're getting married.
That's true.
I'm
I'm
not going to
not.
tip you because you give me coffee.
And it has nothing to do like in the reverse, right? Like if somebody did that, I would look at it and be like a little judgy about it. But I'm not gonna like shit on you for doing it. Like if I saw like for example when you do it for Dane, I'll give you shit because like I feel comfortable giving you shit. But if it was somebody I didn't know as well and they were like, hey bro, like here's this Venmo article like or Venmo thing on my fucking Instagram, like give people the bachelorette party. But no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Especially if I don't fucking know the person, right? Like even if I do, it's like, why am I not at the bachelor party buying them a drink in person? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nah, dude, I don't know. That's just weird to me.
Anyways,
I'm from a weird, like, I grew up in a stingy family.
clearly.
So, like, I don't think I'm stingy. I feel like I'm pretty generous in terms of,
You
like,
are.
tipping and everything like that. But it's only, like, I give it when it's deserved. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and I guess I just get weird about money. And the older I get, the more I want to save money. We've had that conversation. So I'm like, I'm not going to fucking spend money buying people drinks that I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I see him and it's somebody I know, I'm normally like, "Here's $5." Like,
Now that I don't have social media, first of all, I've never seen this ever. But now that I don't have social media, I definitely don't see anything like this.
yeah. Well, anyways, Yeah, don't do it. That was also going to be mine, was the QR codes. I was going to be like, hey, don't do it, but I'm also probably going to do it because I can't I can't pay for every drink of Dane's.
You don't have to.
Perfect. Kyle's paying for them all. Woo!
I don't have to.
Yeah, there'll be
Dane's going to try to buy us drinks. I guarantee it.
Oh, 100%. He's buying the house, so
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. We can.
there's going to be like
this out.
8 to 10 of us, I think. So,
We need to like Girl Scout cookie this. Let's go buy a bunch of Girl Scout cookies and sell them for like $2 more than what we paid. That way, we're at least
Hell
giving
yeah.
somebody a product. You know what I mean? It's not
have you
just
ever-
you donating money to me. It's you're buying
you
cookies.
ever seen the guy who goes around and the kids will like sell the bars of like the world's finest chocolate for like
Yeah, shit
fundraisers?
sucks. Yeah.
The kid was selling the box and the guy was like, how much is it? And he was like, $2 a bar. And he's like, how many you got there? And he was like starting to count them. And he's like, nah, stop counting. I'll just give you $50 for the whole box. And he was like, sure, why not? Because he probably had 20 candy bars. So in
Yeah.
his mind, he's like making an extra $10.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the guy immediately starts walking down the street, $5 a candy bar. He's like, I'm going to make my money.
Yeah, that's just pretty good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we got to do. That's how we fundraise. That way, you're at least giving somebody something in return
Exactly.
at a markup. There's a
Well,
premium on this.
We'll basically treat it as cameo. We'll make Dane get progressively drunker and then like say whatever they want in the Venmo.
Yeah,
We'll just like no racial slurs. Like that's
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 what,
the one.
Yeah, we can like not for us, but just only to Dane exclusively. People can like dare him to do something, and then they have to buy him a drink if he does it.
okay.
Then they're getting a return product.
we're getting somewhere, and
Yeah.
we'll send you video clips of it for proof that it happened.
I'm not doing dares though. Sorry guys.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I'm probably not gonna do it.
Kyle, we're gonna play What Are the Odds so many times.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What else you got on this? I don't think there's anything like hard line for me that I would I don't know. Just don't be a yeah. Generally speaking, for like a bachelor party, it's like don't try to like be that dude that gets the bachelor to like do something that's like deliberately offensive to their future wife. Like don't be that person. I think that's
Yeah.
like one of the hard lines for me, but short of that, it's whatever.
Yeah. Also, just stop going to Vegas. Like we gotta bring Vegas off of this pedestal that it's on. It's nothing special.
To me, Vegas is not on a pedestal. I don't feel like anybody's ever put it on a pedestal to me.
Oh, people do it all the time. People are
Most
like,
people I talk to say Vegas kind of blows.
well, yeah, because those are people who are normal. A lot of people are like, fucking Vegas is so sick. And I'm like, I'm glad you like spending $32 for a Bud Light and a shot of whiskey, but I'm cool on
For
that.
the record, I've never been. In case people
Also,
don't know, I've
never
to
been.
Vegas,
I'll probably
so-
never go. If I go,
I
it's
will.
because I want
100%.
to
I'm
go.
gonna go.
I want to go for golf. They have really good golf courses in Vegas.
I got a buddy that lives out there, so I'm 100% gonna make it out there eventually. And
There you
Carly's friend lives there too. So, okay, sweet, good topic. Bachelor party stuff.
If you have ideas for Dane's bachelor party, shoot me a DM. Need all help
Yeah.
I can get.
Don't make it cringy. This is a cringe-free bachelor party.
Except
Maybe
for
like a slight tinge of cringe. That's it.
I want to buy some dick stuff. Like that's a bachelorette party thing. Like I want to make us drink out of dick straws all week. I think it'll be funny.
Oh my god. Yeah, all the cliches of that's what you do. Is just reverse the gender roles.
Yeah.
Just make Dane have a completely. He has to have a bachelorette party.
Exactly. He's wearing a sash.
He has to do suck for a buck.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can
It'll
get
be-
around that.
It'll be a good time.
It's less beggy when it's funny.
Exactly.
If it's the inverse role, yeah, I like that better.
It's a good time.
We should just make Dane dress in drag. He would
Dane
fuck-
has to wear a wedding dress the whole
Oh
week.
my god. Yeah, good things on the horizon. This will be good. I like this. Okay. My next topic, you ready? This kind of goes not really. It kind of flows into this anyway. All right, here's my topic number 2 for this week. What is something that is an absolute just no for you, right? Like, so you'll do it, but if you have to do it, it gets you in the worst fucking mood. You're grumpy as shit. You don't really want to do it, but you'll do it because you're doing it for somebody or for some purpose. But it's like that thing that just makes you an asshole, right?
Yeah. Oh, what is it? Oh, there's a lot, honestly. There's a lot of things that
There's
just
only one
really-
for me. Well, there's 2 for me. There's 2.
I think the biggest one is like when people just expect me to help out with stuff. Like be that family, be that friends, and they're just like, "Oh, hey man, you free this day? I'm like, yeah, let's hang out. And he's like, yeah, let's hang out. And then you get there and it's like, oh, by the way, man, I need help moving this couch. And I'm like, I'll fucking do it, but I hate you now.
Yeah.
And I'm never coming over again.
For me, it is house projects. I don't want to do them.
Yeah.
Ever. I like to take care of my lawn because I'm an old man. But when it comes to like anything else, it feels like work to me. There's like almost no project in my house where I'm like, yeah, I really want to get this done because it's going to make my house look better and that's going to make me feel better and blah, 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 blah. It's like, nope, don't care. Don't want to do that.
Don't want to
and I'm going to be grumpy about it from the moment I start the project until the moment it's complete. Every fucking measurement that I make, every nail that I put in the wall, every fucking thing, I'm going to be grumpy about. It is an absolute no-go for me. Like I don't know why, because I feel like I'm generally a pretty patient person. I think there are a handful of things that make me not patient, like Jake stealing loot on video games, for example, things like that. Costco ever, not just Sunday mornings, Costco ever can make me very grumpy unless you hit them late at night before close when there's nobody in the store. That is like primo during the week.
So obviously where you are, it's probably a little bit different.
It's a fucking nightmare.
But like around us, like I know when I can go to Sam's Club or Costco and get Sam's Club is the GOAT for having the scan and go. Like I never have to, I can just scan my shit and walk out. It's great.
It's only on weekdays in the evenings that you can go to Costco around me, and it's not the worst.
That's tough.
My
Z hopping
babies.
in the chat.
Your babies are your no-go? You can't deal with them? Is that what you're saying?
Is that what you're saying? Because that would be it for me if I had kids. Dealing with
my kids are an absolute no-go. Yeah, 100%. No, really it is. It's, I just, and I talked to Carly about this in like the most sassy way possible, but I just feel like I get done with work, I start a house project, and I feel like I never stopped working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I never had a moment to relax. I just went from work to work. And when you do that, and it's usually on the weekend because like I can't do it on a weekday usually. So I'll fucking work all week. I get home, I start a project on Friday evening, and then it takes me Saturday and Sunday, and then I go back to work. And I just feel like I worked for 10 days. You know what I mean? Like I never got the break. So house projects trip me over the edge. And I wish there was something I can do about it, but it is like this subconscious, like deep burning hatred for having to do things that I just don't want to do.
It's not really, so this is a weird way to answer this question, but like when I have to buy myself stuff, like when I buy stuff that I want, I don't feel any type of way about it. But like my softball cleats finally fell apart. So I had to buy new cleats. The fact that I had to buy them because that literally required to wear them for the sport, it just pisses me off for whatever reason. Like if I were to buy the exact same pair of cleats when I didn't need those cleats, I wouldn't care whatsoever. But like because I need to do it now, it's annoying to me.
Yeah.
I don't like feeling like I'm forced into doing something.
That's fair. I don't either. I don't think it trips me out that bad. Like if I have to get something, I'm like whatever. I don't really feel like I have to get things very often though. Like there's very rarely. And then when I do, I'm like, it's usually something that was like semi-expected. The only thing that's recently happened that pissed me off is like I had a hole somehow in the sidewall of my tire and I had to buy a new tire. And I was like, this is bullshit. You know?
You just bought that car.
No, this was on my old car.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully,
that's
it's
not as
on
bad.
Yeah, and I was just like, whatever, you know, and it kind of pisses me off. But time crunches don't really bother me. Uncle Kyle said anything with a time crunch. Timing is not a stressor for me usually. Like, you give me a time that something needs to be done, and as long as it's not like a complex problem that needs to be done in 30 minutes, like it's not something that'll kill me. This is kind of what I was getting at with what Carly is saying is it's not that I'm just like mad, it's that I am like outwardly upset about it. Like I think Carly would say I take it out on her. I don't want to say it like I don't want to say that I don't want to say that I do, but I have a tendency to like project my frustration when I'm doing something that I really don't want to do.
I definitely do it. I do the same thing. When I have to do something for Jess, or just something for the house, like I definitely, and I don't want to do it. I'm grumpy about it. It normally happens to fall when I'm hungover too, which is just like adding a stressor to the situation. Yeah. But I'm the same way. I don't mean to be rude, but I definitely come off rude.
And I wish that I could like understand it too, because on a deeper level, sometimes like there are things that like I think if I had time, like free time, truly, which I don't have a ton of right now, specifically right now, because I'm in school and working full time. There are projects that I enjoy. Like I grew up doing like my well, not to explain complex relations. A family friend, I'll just say for now, was a woodworker, and I learned a little bit from them, and like I enjoyed doing it then. But like now, I'm like, I have to fucking do this goddamn fucking. It's like I feel like there's just like this different thing when you're not you're doing it because like it needs to get done instead of something that you want to do.
Yeah.
No, the only other one for me though, to kind of move on, is that driving, 100% driving. Yeah. I feel like I am patient almost everywhere in my life, except for when I sit into the driver's seat of a vehicle. Then all of a sudden, all patience goes out the fucking window. I can't stand it. There are just like every little fucking thing is like it enrages me sometimes to like an inexplicable level where I'm just like, how can you be so fucking stupid? You know what I mean? And it's funny because like you take a step back later and you realize like that person could be having the worst day of their life and they're just like crying and trying to get their shit together and they just did something stupid because they're like having a tough day, and it's like I'm sitting there like, fuck you, you motherfucker. Which I can't remember the last time I flipped somebody off. I don't really flip people off, but I just
I flipped somebody off.
I just sit in my car and I'm just mad,
I flip people off all the time. Jess yells at me because I will flip anyone and everyone off, and I will hold it. I will make sure you see it. I will flip you off the entire time we're at the stoplight.
Yeah.
I do not care.
There was a brief period when I was living in Florida where the drivers were so bad that I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I just don't even care anymore. And at some point in time, I think it was Carly probably told me this, but I've seen it several places since then. And it was like, if you just give people a thumbs down instead of the middle finger, it like makes them more mad. So I remember one time this lady cut me off in Florida, and like, as she was cutting me off, I made eye contact with her, and I was just like, and I did that for like the entire time she was passing me, and she got pissed. Then I was like way more aggressive, I think, at that like brief period of time where I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna tell everybody they suck. But yeah, other than that, I think those are my two big ones. Like everything else in my life, I think I can kind of take in stride. I can deal with setbacks, deal with problems, deal with time pressure. Like I said, like those types of things don't really fuck with me that bad, but for whatever reason, home improvement projects that I don't really want to do and getting in a car are enraging.
I get
sometimes.
it. I get it. I'm in the same boat. I really don't have too many things I don't like. Not many things like completely ruin my mood, but there's like, it all depends on the day. Like if I had a long day at work and then I'm expected to do something else, like I've canceled plans because I was like, I need a fucking break. I can't deal with people anymore.
Yeah.
So I get it.
All right, man. That was a short little topic. Rate your beer, please. I'll rate mine, and then I'll go on to my second one.
That was a coffee stout. It was very good. Nothing offensive about it whatsoever. I think a 3.5 is a very solid score for it. Would drink it again. Not going to be a go-to for me by any means, but very good.
I think drinking this, you wouldn't know you were drinking alcoholic beverage.
Yep. That's why I love them.
It was very smoothie texture. Yeah. And it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't like, I wouldn't run to the shelf to get this, but it was probably like a 3.25.
Yeah. Some of their flavors are definitely a lot better than others.
Maybe a 3.5. Honestly, the flavor wasn't bad. I'm underscoring this, I think, just because it's like, I like to drink beer. This doesn't taste like beer. It tastes like a smoothie.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? So my next beer I'm more excited about, but I feel like this glass is just in like, I might just have to drink out of the can. This thing's disgusting after that.
Whenever I have a smoothie sour, I have my water bottle and I pour water in the cup and then like pour it in, like swish it around and pour it into a different cup.
I know right now that I'll just make a mess trying to do that. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to drink out of the can, I think. But my second beer is this. It is the Other Brother Brewing Company's Tangerine Giant, which is a wheat beer with tangerine and vanilla.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it does sound good.
I love me some wheat beers.
I do too.
I am drinking Confluence Brewing's Gray's Lake Gray's Lake Scottish Ale with coffee, with hazelnut coffee to be specific. It's from Iowa.
I've had a lot of Confluence beers. And what part of Iowa is it from?
It's from Des Moines. This is Uncle Kyle beer. Uncle Kyle got this one for me.
I got those in Arizona and I get them in California. I'm kind of surprised about how widely those are distributed.
A lot of breweries are like that. Like Drecker, the one that I always rave about from North Dakota, they distribute to like 27 states.
This is really good.
Off to a good start.
Yeah, you'd like this.
I probably would. I
What
might
the
need to
fuck
find
is
it.
that? Did you see that? There was a
No,
bug that
what?
just walked down your mic fucking stand. It literally walked across your mic stand. I swear to God.
Oh yeah, I see it.
It's like a centipede. That was a
it's a
big ass
spider.
bug.
It's a spider.
I saw that shit in the corner of my eye. I was like, what was that? And I looked, I saw it move again. I was like, what the fuck? That was a big bug. He's just taunting you right in the middle of fucking
really is.
podcast, man. Just right in the
think of-
mic.
Trying to think of the best way to deal with him here.
I don't feel like I've ever had any odd brews from Confluence, but I've also not lived in the area, so I've only had whatever they distribute nationally, which is probably a pretty limited selection. I'd have to look at their. I honestly can't remember most of the ones I've tried from them.
Got him.
Jesus, I guess you did. Is that a sock?
No, it's a wrist strap from lifting.
Oh.
He's dead. We got him.
Jake got the spider.
I
That's
didn't
good.
even see it. Thank God you did. I would have had to burn this fucking house down.
That looked like a pretty big spider.
It,
all I
it
gotta
really wasn't that big. It's the camera probably doesn't help, but it was literally like that big. It's nothing
Okay.
crazy. It's really like the first spider I've seen in this house too. Been here like a year and a half almost. Anyways,
Topic
I've been seeing
number
this.
2.
Been seeing this a lot on Twitter or TikTok. It's one of my probably top things that I see. There's a guy who does on TikTok. There's a like a NFL team generator where it just like picks a random NFL team, and so he'll do different challenges. So he the one he's doing right now, it's like 8,500 is what he's shooting for, and it's like a certain number of touchdowns for quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, etc. You and I are gonna do this.
Okay.
We're going to challenge each other. So I'm going to pull up on my second monitor here. I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second.
Is this for real football in the upcoming season?
It is for real football. So we're not necessarily the upcoming season, but so we're going to do 2022 touchdown numbers. For defense, it's going to be interceptions and sacks. So there's 2 defense spots, one for interceptions, one for sacks, and then kickers is field goals made.
What is my overall goal here?
To get the most total touchdowns / interceptions, sacks, field goals. So so basically we have 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 defenses, and the kicker.
And this is all randomly generated.
Yep. So I'm going to randomly generate the team, and then you can pick a player from that team for whatever of these spots that you want.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we are going to see who can build the better team
Okay.
in terms of touchdowns, interceptions, sacks,
And
and
field goals made.
So I'm going to start it off. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
If you ain't first, you're last, Ricky Bobby.
All right, Kyle's going first, and I'm spinning it. Boom.
I don't see any spinning.
Fucking spin. There we go.
All right. Here we go. On the spin.
So you get
The
the
Colts.
Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, gross. What are my positions again? Quarterback, running back.
1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 defensive players, and a kicker.
Jonathan Taylor.
That was a questionable choice. He was hurt for most of the year.
Taking him anyway.
All right. So Kyle off the board first with Jonathan Taylor. I am going
Should
to
have
go.
taken Pittman.
Maybe.
There's not that much good on the fucking Colts.
Who do I get on the first one here?
Psh.
The Dallas Cowboys. How do I want to approach this? I'm going to go Trayvon Diggs.
Okay. He didn't do that well in 2022 either. His numbers weren't nearly as high as 2021.
I know, but I don't really like the other numbers there.
Dave, thank
right.
you. Yes, got a good mustache. I appreciate it.
I don't. Don't have a great
confidence
stash
in the
over here.
stash.
Next week, I may have a bunch of just random red dots on my face from derma rolling.
Spin that wheel. I'm gonna pull up a note so I can remember what I have done. Because
Okay,
I'm
thank
already
God.
forgetting a million times.
I'm writing it
So,
down and trying to do it for both
QB,
of us, but
2 wide receivers, 2 running backs.
3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 defensive players, and a kicker. You have Jonathan Taylor as your first running back.
Stand by. 1 tight end, a defense, and a kicker.
2 defense.
All right. Jesus fucking Christ. And I have Jonathan Taylor.
And then now you get to pick a Detroit Lion. Oh, you have a good one here.
Fucking
No, this
Christ.
one's easy.
I don't think that it is.
It's so easy.
Jamal Williams is the answer, but it's like,
He scored the
Kinda
most
gross.
touchdowns in football.
yeah, but it's
How's
still
that gross?
gross. It just feels gross.
I know, but the point is to get the most touchdowns. You can't
it's-
do better than him at the running back position.
Jamal Williams it is.
Kyle's out of running backs early. Really makes up for the Jonathan Taylor pick. I'm just saying. Who do I get here? The Tennessee Titans.
That one's easy too.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. All right, on to Kyle for player number 3.
Bubs, are you trying to make an appearance? Ooh, I think that it has to be. Oh, fuck. 1 QB is all we get, right? Mm-hmm. Can I look up stats?
Nope. We can do 2 QBs if you want.
No,
I'm
that's
fine with
okay. I just can't honestly remember the production on the Jags this year at all. I'm like blanking completely. I don't have any running backs anyway. Fuck it, I'll take T-Law. That's okay.
It's a little disappointing, I think. I feel
It probably
only
will
had,
be, but I just don't remember any of his stats.
I think he only had like 25 touchdowns. All right, who do I get? Player number 3 for me. Oh, give me Kansas City. Oh, Tennessee again? Fuck me. I don't even know who their kicker was. I'm tempted to take him.
I don't know.
This sucks. I'll go Chigakonkwo.
Why am I blanking, by the way, on... Well, he probably won't give me the secret now, but like... What's the other goddamn receiver on the Jags other than Zay Jones that had a good year?
Christian Kirk.
Kirk. Yeah, okay, that's what I was blanking on.
The Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'll take Godwin.
Okay. Next up for me, give me something good. Are you fucking kidding me?
And even their defense kind of sucked this year.
I'm gonna go with Jahan Dotson. Mm-hmm. I feel
He
like
had
he led the team
handfuls.
in touchdowns.
He
but
probably did, yeah.
This is not a great start for me.
Hey, bud.
All right, Kyle's next player. Next team, I should say, to pick a player from. The Green Bay Packers.
God damn. Is Crosby still their kicker?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Crosby.
I respect it. It's probably where I'd go to.
They had a gross year this year.
Next up for me, if I get the fucking Titans again,
Jags.
Jags.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Damn.
Because they like overall as a team they were pretty decent, but it's like individual stats like were all over the place.
Yeah, they spread the ball around
a
so
lot, yeah.
much. I'm blanking on any defensive player on that team too.
Oh, and it has to be individual player, not it's
Yeah.
IDP, right? Yeah, not defense. Okay, that's gonna be tough for me because I don't know defenses to save my fucking life.
Fucking, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to remember who had the most touchdowns of the wide receivers.
I would tell you, but I think I'm not gonna help you. 1, and for 2, it's probably so close that, or maybe it's a complete blowout, and I just like am back.
I'm gonna go Zay Jones. Fuck it.
I was gonna say it might be Christian Kirk because he had a really good year this year, but
I think his was mostly like yards though.
I think it was too, which is why it's hard to pick.
I think Zay had more in the red zone. All right, next up.
Sorry, unmuted burp number 1.
Oh, I let out a big one last week.
I heard it. Carolina. Fuck. because their like really good corner got hurt this year, didn't he?
Sertan, yeah. Or
No,
not
Surtain's on the Denver, but it was also a rookie corner. I'm blanking on his
Why am I
name.
blanking?
I wanted Dallas to pick him up. Carolina sucked shit this year. Who's Carolina's tight end?
Tommy Tremble. Ian Thomas.
I'm not going to look up stats, but I need to look at like a player list. I promise I'm not looking up stats.
You
Panthers 2022 roster. Okay.
Jeremy Chin? Jeremy Chin. That's who got hurt.
I don't need defensive players. Oh, I guess I kind of do. Dude, who the fuck are these people? Oh, it was Horn that got hurt, right?
Oh, yeah, J.C. Horn. Duh.
Now that I see his name, it makes so much more sense. Dude, I don't know. This team fucking sucked.
It's my spot to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, because I don't have a fucking clue.
Go TMJ, DJ Moore.
I guess I have to go DJ Moore. I mean, there's
Yeah,
no other option here.
Yeah, I really don't think you have a lot of choices on that one.
I was hoping that there was another option because even he had a pretty down year. At least it
San
feels like he did.
Francisco 49ers.
At least there's a shitload of options here.
Yeah. I already have a tight end, 2 wide receivers. I don't really know who led their team in receiving, quarterback situation. So I got to go CMC here.
Yeah, that's probably the right idea. Because
I
he still
probably
gets stats from outside of San Fran, too. Like, you get to pull his touchdowns from the whole season.
Yeah. You could have taken him for Carolina.
Yeah, that's true.
But actually, you
he was
couldn't. You're out of
doing
running
that
backs. You're out of running backs.
That, and he wasn't really doing that good.
Next up.
Okay.
What do you have left? I've got a quarterback, a wide receiver, a defense, and a kicker.
I have 2 defenses, a tight end, and a wide receiver. And
Alright.
I'm going to go with... Because I don't remember... I don't pay attention to the Patriots at all. I'm just going to kill my tight end here and go with Hunter Henry.
That's fair. I feel like he was fine. I feel like that one's not going to kill you.
Yuck.
Oh
Dude, this
my
section of the
God.
wheel is dog shit. The whole section.
Yeah. Oh, Christ. Hold on. I got to do the same thing you did.
They have a good receiver, right? Don't they?
I'm trying to think of their defense. Who fucking... I have interceptions already, so I have to go for sacks. Fucking, I don't know. Jerry Hughes? Yeah, I'll go with that. Fuck it. I don't know. I could have 0, could have 20. Don't know. Don't care. All right, so you have no defenses, right? So you got to pick a guy for interceptions and
2
for
defenses
sacks.
and a wide receiver left.
And you get...
And let's go with who scored most? Probably Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I was
Let's
going to
go.
say, that's Tyreek. That one's easy. I got a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a kicker.
So whatever I get is my defenders.
Oh, Christ.
Brother.
Who's their fucking kicker?
Oh, brother.
Who was it? Joey Sly.
That's probably not that bad.
I'll
Probably
take it.
halfway
Fuck
decent
it.
year.
God, that sucks.
All right, roll the wheel, and I'll have to pick a defensive player.
I was going to have to remember a defensive player.
I don't
which is
know defensive players to
hilarious.
save my fucking life. I'm gonna have to Google all of them. Of course, it's back to this. I'm just gonna take Horn and just whatever stats he
Hope he
had.
did good before he got hurt. I respect it. All right, I got a quarterback and a wide receiver to get here. Give me a fucking good team. I swear to God. I'm not getting a good team. Shit. DJ Moore.
You're gonna allow duplicates?
Yeah, we can take duplicates.
Ugh, it's a shame.
Fucking so dumb. All right, last one. I can't believe I left my quarterback for last. This is gonna suck.
Cleveland defensive player. What's that fucking dude's name that I'm totally blanking on now?
I'll just give it to you, Myles Garrett.
Thank you.
That one's easy.
Yeah.
All right, last spin for me. Give me a fucking meaty spin. Give me a quarter. Give me a good.
God,
give me
I hope it's the
Mahomes.
Jets.
Give me fucking Mahomes.
Kyler Murray, baby.
Of course, I get the fucking quarterback who's hurt for half the
Yep.
fucking year.
Yeah.
All right, we got to count up our touchdowns now.
All right, let me look. And it's
We're going to go a little overtime this week, people. Blame it on Kyler Murray.
Trevor Lawrence, TDs 2022.
You get rushing and throwing for your quarterback.
Let's look at his stats.
I get 14. Fuck me.
It's only giving me passing stats.
I got a 6-17 for Kyler out here.
Okay, here we go. 2022 touchdowns rushing was 5. Throwing was 25. That's 30.
I'm at 30 through 2 players, so we're off to a great start here. Please tell me McCaffrey had like 15. At 13. I'll take it. Didn't he have? Hold on. Did he have a passing touchdown this year? He did.
Holy shit. Chris Godwin had a terrible season.
Touchdown wise, maybe.
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
Tell me what that is, and I'll add that to my stats too.
Let me make sure I had no rushing. He didn't have any passing touchdowns, right? No defensive touchdowns. DJ Moore had 7.
That's not great, Bob.
Jahan Dotson.
Are we counting postseason?
No, regular season.
All right.
Jahan Dotson had 7. I'll take it. I gotta look at the Jaguars as a whole because I really gotta know if I made the right pick here. I'm gonna kick myself if I didn't. Receiving touchdowns. Christian Kirk had more. Fuck me. Zay Jones had 5. Chig, I know you had 3.
Jonathan Taylor still had a whopping 4.
Hell yeah, brother. You kicked my ass this week on this. I'm not Stephon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs. Yeah, he had 11 last year. Why couldn't I do this last year? I only get 3 out of
Jamal
them this
Williams had 17 touchdowns.
year. I told you, he led the league in fucking touchdowns.
Holy shit.
Joey Sly, how many field goals did you make this year, bub? 25. That sucks. 30, 51.
Hunter Henry kind of sucked too. Hunter Henry had his lowest touchdown season of all time.
Nice. My total's 105. It's kind of ass.
That
for
seems like it's
10.
significantly higher than mine. We'll see.
Not gonna be. I promise you. You're at 47 through T-Law and Jamal Williams.
What is the defensive player again?
You did J.C. Horn.
No, but what is the stat measurement?
Oh, interceptions for him.
Just interceptions.
He had 3.
had 3.
So you matched me on Diggs there. And Horn only played 13 games.
And for Myles Garrett, sacks.
Yep. I feel like that was probably a good number. 16.
How are you so fast at this?
I'm a good typer.
It's not that I'm a bad type. Well, I'm kind of a bad typer. But... And then field goals for Crosby.
He had 25.
25.
So yeah, you kicked my ass.
Let's see here on the old calculator because I don't feel like doing math when I've been drinking.
I just hear all the purrs.
Oh, yeah. What was your total?
105.
I only beat you by 10. 115.
I got so lucky.
115.
Bro, Kyler fucked me so hard. If I got a decent quarterback there, I probably would have been better off taking like Taylor Heineke for like one of my repeat Washingtons.
By the way,
T-Law.
all of a sudden is the only acceptable use of that phrase.
That's fine. I don't give a shit. Anyways,
I beat Jake, and I don't know nearly as much about football. That is how it works when you get the luck of the wheel. And
be that way
Jake gets
sometimes.
terrible teams back to back to back. Rate your beer, my good sir.
Kind of ass, if I'm being honest, like 2
That's
1/4.
This one's a 3.75. This one's pretty good.
It's just not my style. I don't love Scottish ales. The coffee doesn't add the element that I was hoping it would.
I
Doesn't
like
make it much
red
better.
ales. I don't know about Scottish ales.
Yeah, I like red ales too. There was a sour red ale at the brewery that I was talking about, Hopsided.
Yeah.
So good.
All right, because I have to go to the bathroom, we're going to close this out really fast, and I'm going to say thank you all for joining us for another episode of Two Average Husbands. You can follow us at number 2 AVG Husbands on Twitter and on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at Two Average Husbands. You can also follow us on YouTube. Give us a like and the thumbs down, or excuse me, the like and the thumbs up and the ring the bell or whatever to get the notifications. 4.25 out of 5. That's a little bit brutal, Dave, but thank you anyway. Do all of the things to get notified about the podcast. Like us, share us, do all of those things. Communicate with us in the chat. Give us topic ideas. Tell us what you want to talk about. If you want to be on the podcast, let us know. We'll try to make that work out. And other than that, follow the link tree. You can find us literally everywhere. We stream live. That's the best way to do this. You can comment on Twitter and on YouTube and on Twitch.
There you go.
Twitter comments don't work. I'm out of my game here. Everything else is good to go, and you can also message us in the Discord. I was in there, I got in there late. We've had some people of recent get into the Discord to message us as well. All of those things are options to you. Other than that, you can follow Jake at Jesus fucking Christ, at Perry_FF. That's all I got. Jake, close us out. I gotta go pee.
I never plugged it previously in the episode. I'm an affiliate athlete with EchoVision supplements now. So if you guys need any pre-workout, creatine, sleep supplements, random supplements here, there, some really nice soft t-shirts, or even a wallet. We got some wallets out there now. Check our link tree. It's one of the first links in there. Use my code Perry at checkout. During pre-orders right now, you get 15% off. Once that goes away, it's back to 10% off. Either way, saves you a little bit of cash, helps with shipping, helps cover everything there, and helps the boys out. Make sure you check out the Tavor link in our bio, in our link tree as well. If you sign up and use that, I get to order beer. Maybe I'll share it with Kyle. I don't know. But you get $10 free beer. So who doesn't like free beer? That being said, Kyle covered most of it as always. If you have anything you want to see us talk about, let us know what it is. If there's anything you want to see us drink, let us know. But this has been another episode of Two Average Husbands. We will see you all in the next episode. And as always, don't forget to tell somebody that you